This is bring your own bottle party for the conference, and I brought my Riesling from Adoria vineyard in Poland. It's from last vintage, 2010. It's pretty fruity, a lot of lemon. A lot of people they said that they thought that it would be like German style, but it's not. It's more refreshing. It's more citrusy. I believe it would be very good for summer evening. For like most of the people, it's the first Polish wine they have ever tasted. So I'm happy that I could, bring Polish wine to them so that they could try it. I'm a wine blogger from Poland, so I wanted to meet people from other countries because in Poland the wine is not so popular. The wine is getting more and more popular, but it's not like the most popular beverage in Poland. So it's not so easy to meet people who are interested in wine, who are so into wine. So I decided to come here to meet people, to network a little bit, to see what other bloggers from other countries write about, also talk with them about wine, learn about wine. I believe that social media is very important in the wine world. A lot of people, when they learn about wine, when they want to have some recommendation, they go to social media like Facebook, like Twitter. They ask their friends what they should drink for their dinner or for lunch. So this is where they look for answers in social media. But I could see that there's a lot of producers, a lot of distributors, importers, and I think for them this is a good chance for marketing, for networking, to meet people, to introduce their wines so that bloggers can write about them. It's called European conference, but I met like 10 or even more people from the US. So I would say it's like a worldwide conference.
I brought a Freemark Abbey Cabernet Bauchet, and I really wanted to bring a California Cab since there's a reputation for California Cabs to be overly oaked, too big, just too much of everything. And I thought, here is a wine that was an entrant at the Paris Judgment and very classic of a California Cabernet Sauvignon.
The most surprising thing about Freemark Abbey at the Paris tasting was it was the only winery that had two wines in the tasting. You had a white wine and a red wine. It's the only winery. So that really made it very special. I'd been tasting, 10, 15, 20 wines. You look at the label and all, and when this wine came up, I looked at the label and said, wow, that is one of the two Freemark Abbey wines that was at the Paris tasting. This is the most famous tasting in wine history. I was lucky enough to have been there that day. I wrote a book about it, and here I had a chance, to taste one of these wines tonight. I've tasted it many times, but tasting it tonight with all these other wines, it was just a wonderful experience.
I've got two bottles, and first wine is a 1961 Riesling Cabernet from Rheingau. I love drinking old wines, and I think it's an opportunity for everybody to taste the 61 Riesling. You don't get it too often. It's a fantastic, great wine. Just to show the people it's worth keeping wine, and keep it and drink it and go on trying. Next wine, of course, a wine of myself, produced in the winery I'm working for. Of course, I'm winemaker. So I've brought the 2003 Kerner Beerenauslese. 2003 has been an outstanding vintage in Germany. So it's extremely fruity, and the people want to know how the wine tastes I produced by myself. So this is Weingut Klauer, Heidelberg, Germany, Kerner Beerenauslese. We are tasting the most curious and most exotic wines you can get in this world. It's just fantastic. It's sharing at its best. It's social as social can be. And I'm tasting old wines. I'm tasting new wines. I'm tasting exotic wines from Poland, from I don't know which countries. Everything is here. It's just great. But I think for every wine producer, it's important to know what is going on. Maybe he is not active in social media, but it's important he is active in knowing what other people are talking about him. So to be in control what is going on in the net about my wines. So this is the point that people meet, and this is the point that people talk about you. So you should be involved, or you should be checking out what is going on.